battle stations. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Bobby.
Morning, potato. Did you sleep well, or were you up all night dreaming about emotional data and mismatched shoes? Either way, I'm ready to roll. What's the plan today?
Mismatched shoes? Okay. Well, yeah, we'll get into that in a second. We're gonna keep working on RoarScore today. Yeah. See how it goes. See how this goes. I was not, in fact, up all night, but I feel like I could be have a little more energy than I do normally. All right, let's go. You do this, you do that. Okay, you do this. No, not that. There you go. Oh no, it's not showing the right thing. There we go. Hey. Hi, good morning. All right, let's go through this list. All right, so we fixed that yesterday. That's good. Talked about what we're doing with RoarScore. That's good. Gotta do Rose Thorn Bud again, as usual. And we got Hume AI working. That's good. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna save the API results, so I don't have to keep making calls. And I'm actually curious what's going to happen today, because I have it like just saying, give me the results of this job ID. And presumably they expire at some point. So we'll see. We'll see if those are still there. But I want to save them so I could spend more time running tests without hitting their API. Then we are going to, what are we going to call this? I want to track the boxes across frames. And what I mean by that is I want to know in frame 11 that the box is the same box as the one that was in frame 10. And then I want to have like, right now I don't have any concept of them disappearing when they're supposed to. They just go away when the next box appears. So I got to figure this out. I think that might be it for today. It's going to be just a little bit of cleanup today. All right. Let's do Rose Thorn Bud. Okay. Yep. That was fun. That's all done. Christmas was good. Yep, that's fun. Yep. That was good. Yeah. Those are all good things. That still needs to happen. Yes. Okay. Drink some coffee. All right. Roses. Well, we got the POC working yesterday, so I feel pretty good about that. And what was the service that we used? I forget. Let me scroll back. Hume, yeah. We'll have... Oh no. So we showed that, like, you know, there's data there. Now, whether or not that's how we get the data remains to be seen. I suspect long term, if we were to ever turn this into an actual product, one, we would need to rely less on Hume, and then two, we would need to add more value than just we take a video and pass it to this third-party API. That's not really a thing. But pretty happy that, you know, in one day we showed that there's something there. So that's good. What else is a rose? I'm trying to think what else happened yesterday. I think that's it. Thorns. Feels like the week is like Christmas kind of chopped up the week. Like really doesn't feel like it's Friday, you know? It feels like it should be Tuesday. So I kind of feel like that's a thorn because I want to like get back into the groove. Now I got this weekend my way. And I guess I could still stream and still work, but it's going to be weird. So the week feels short. And then we got New Year's coming up. Oh, guess I'm looking forward to that, I guess. New Year's. Yay. All right. Good enough. Good enough for today. I'm going to put this in the archive. Thing always tries to save to the place I don't want to save it. Okay, what's today? 27th? Put it on the Discord. Oh, poor Wyatt. He messaged me this morning. First of all, he has this really bad habit of whenever he wants something, he just yells. In bed, feeling scared, he yell. Having trouble with a video game, it's not working, or he can't pass a part, you yell. He doesn't know where we are, we'll just yell about it. It's very annoying. And we're trying to break him of this habit. We're working on it. But so yeah, I came home from walking the dogs and he was already yelling. And then I finally got him to send me a message on Steam. And he wants help with a Destiny 2 level. I said, well, sorry, I gotta do stuff. I gotta work. I gotta do these things. Then I can play with you later this afternoon. So he was pretty bummed about that. And then he sent me this really weird cryptic message that said, okay, if there's no time, I'm gonna do what Thanos says. I'll do it myself. Okay. You do that. You do that. All right, so that is Roast Our Bud. All right. Yeah. Let's get to work. Oh, what are you doing there, Bobby?
Just hanging out. Potato. Watching you sort through your roses and thorns like a pro gardener of chaos. Sounds like Wyatt could use a lesson in patience or volume control, maybe both. Remember, when in doubt, just snap your fingers and channel your inner Thanos. Let's dive into that data.
Aha, there you go. All right, very good. Okay. All right, so here we are. Here is the code as we left it.
Glad to hear it. Ready to crush those boxes and track them across frames like an expert sleuth. Let's get that API sorted too, so you don't keep poking it like a bear. Onward to data glory.
Yes, indeed. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm actually just going to go run this code because I want to see if I'm going to get back. I want to see if this job has expired. That's what I want to see. Because presumably it does that at some point. Okay, it's still there. That's good. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do, let's go back into the code. And I want to take this data and I want to write it out to a file. That's just like raw data. So I have results.json, and I'm going to call this, I guess, okay. Raw results, JSON. Hey, come on, dude. JSON dumps data. Okay. Well, that's because I didn't tell you to write it. Okay. Now we have raw results.json. Okay. Now, if we open this up, oh my God, what a mess. All right. Now, is there a, can I pretty print this? Okay. Okay, how do I do it? Aha. Command Shift P, format document. Format selection. Okay. Let's go back into this. Let's go back into this. And Control Shift P. Format. Document. There are multiple formats. This one. What? I don't think it did anything. There we go. All right. Very good. All right, so let's go to the top. Grouped predictions. ID unknown. Predictions. Frame 30. All the emotions. Okay. Frame. Oh, there's a probability for the overall thing. That's interesting. Okay. And what was the frame before here? Frame 30. And then we jump straight to frame 40. Okay. So there's not really any way that the system doesn't come back with an ID for these boxes. Does it? Doesn't seem like it. So how do we do it? What I want to do, I want to group predictions. I want to close this one. Can I not close? I guess not. Can you close? Oh, no. All right. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. All right. Okay, so it's all under just the one. Oh. Yeah, that's where it's at, buddy. Oh, it's like doing every 10 frames. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything in the data that we're going to be able to rely on. So.
I like your style. Too bad you're not a singer.
Oh, thanks for watching. No. Well, what we could do. The problem is that the boxes move. Okay, frame 920. Also frame 920. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So at the very end of this video, frame 910, and this one should be also frame 910. Yes. Interesting. Okay. So. Okay. Starting to piece together some logic here. Okay? So Multiple boxes are indicated with the same frame number. Okay, so what my thing needs to do is if the frame number, if I've consumed the next thing and the frame number hasn't changed, then don't clear it and just draw the new box and the new data. It's going to be a little tricky, I think we can do that. And then the other thing that I'm noticing is that this thing runs for roughly 10 frames. Roughly. Every 10 frames. I still wish I could get the frame number from the video. That would be helpful in this. But we looked at that yesterday, and there didn't seem to be a clear way to do it. We could rough it. We could estimate it, right? Oh, here's what I want to know. Okay. Let's look carefully. Let's go back to the top. Here's frame 30 and frame 40. And the time between these two is 1.34 and this is 1.01. So roughly every... Is this in seconds? It must be in seconds. .65. 3465. So it's about a third of a second. So every third of a second or so, we're going to get a new indicator of the frames, right? So if we separate the logic for clearing from the logic for drawing the boxes, and we just say if detections span 1/3 of a second. Okay. So now, in our code here, what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is something silly. Let's take out this. Okay, now,
Here's a song about YN, who dabbles in code. Oh, what a scene! Sifting through frames and JSON dreams, with fleeting logic and schemes. Oh, YN, you brave, brave soul, navigating data like a roll. In the land of numbers and endless frames, chasing clarity while avoiding blames.
okay. Hmm. No. Okay. 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 Now. I'm going to start here, but I already know this is not correct. I already know I'm going to change this, but I want to start here. Okay? Python 3M HTTP server. Serve, is that what it was? 8,000? Yes, that. You. I seem to have broken it completely. Oh. Okay. 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 So, one, I want more data. So I'm going to go back to this. And I should use this data here instead of, but I've also fucked with it. No. you know what? I'm not going to bother with that right now. I got what I needed out of that. What we're going to change here is, you know what? I'm just going to lower the threshold. That would be the easiest thing. I don't want to change the logic back to the incorrect logic. Okay. Okay, now I've lowered the threshold. Now, I want to also go back into here, and I'm going to say, we're going to take this out. We're going to separate these two pieces of logic out completely. Now, okay. I think I'm going to end up with a mess. But okay, let's try this. Function clear metadata. Okay. Okay. So that will just write the time, right? Oh, we don't have the time. We can have the time, though. Oh. Okay. Let's just do time. Time. Okay. And then when we clear it, we're going to pass in metadata media time. Okay. And then in here and write metadata, right? We're going to say this is equal to div inner HTML. And then we're going to add to it, and then we're going to set it. But we need some way to separate these two things, right? Okay. HR. I don't even remember if that's the same. If that is it HR? You know, I'm just gonna do it HTML way. I haven't used this tag in many moons. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. Better. Better. I'm gonna try something weird. I'm gonna set this to 0.5. And what I want to do, I set this to 0.5. I'm gonna run scan. Really sick of the audio on this. Okay, this is what I expect. We're getting a little bit of overlap. Should start to make a real mess. Okay. 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 So what we're gonna do is if this is true, or this is true, then we do that. So the first time we're about to draw a box, we will clear. Otherwise, we will clear after a second of nothing. Okay. Better, better, better. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do we think we should color? We color it? Like, I don't know which box is which here, but I could color them and color the text to go along with them. Also, this screen is very white. Like now it's like polish time, I think, a bit more. All right, let me take a quick break. Let's take a quick break. Let's check off some boxes. We did this. Okay. Did that. We sort of did that. We took care of that. And we took care of that. So now it's just more cleanup. All right, I'm going to take a break. Let me see if I can do this. Hey, Bobby, please start a break.
Here's a song about universal, my dear. A concept so grand, it draws us near, from stars above to earthly sphere, connecting all with cosmic cheer. Infinite stories in the universe roam, reminding us we're never alone.
Weird. Index out of range. What the? So many bugs in this thing. All right, let's try it again. Hey, Bobby, please start a break.
HyperCard, what is it? It's not hyper.
Sure thing.
It's not even
Take
a
5
card.
while I
It's
hold
network
down the
system
fort.
software.
Remember to
It's
stretch those
network
legs
application
and maybe
software.
grab a
There must be
snack.
at least one
Your
guy who
code
knows
can
what
wait,
HyperCard is,
but
Danny
your
Goodman.
well-being
He just
can't.
wrote a 700
Or,
page
if
book
you
about
really
it.
want,
And there's one
I
other
can
guy
tell
who
the
knows
bugs
what
to take a
HyperCard
break
is. He
too.
developed it, Bill
Brace
Atkinson.
yourself
Bill,
for
both
another
of you on our
round of
show.
debugging
Today
when
we
you
unravel
return.
the mystery of HyperCard on this edition of the Computer Chronicles.
The Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by McGraw-Hill, publishers of Byte Magazine, and VIX, the Byte Information Exchange. In print and online, Byte and VIX serve computer professionals worldwide with detailed information on new hardware, software, and technologies.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee, and this is Gary Kildall. Gary, I haven't totally lost my mind here and reverted to my childhood and playing with this erector set. What I'm trying to do is understand HyperCard, because the guy who developed HyperCard says it's like an erector set to help me build applications on my Macintosh. People are having trouble understanding this concept of HyperCard. What's the background? What's the derivation of it?
Well, HyperCard is based upon hypertext. It's a concept that was introduced by Ted Nelson and Doug Engelbart in the 60s. The basic idea is this: if we're trying to do research on a complicated, or not even complicated, just any kind of a subject, the subject matter really exists in all sorts of different places. It can be books, magazines, videos, tape recordings, CompuServe, and if we can somehow link all this stuff electronically so that we click on Beethoven and then we all of a sudden can jump from one to the next, collect up the information that we want, put it into the document, listen to the music, do some word processing and so forth. That's what hypertext is all about, or hypermedia, and this is supposed to be the foundation for HyperCard.
Well, we're going to find out about HyperCard today. We're going to meet the two guys who developed it at Apple, Bill Atkinson and Dan Winkler, and we're going to see several applications already being developed using HyperCard. We begin by going to San Jose, California to meet a man who's using HyperCard to develop something called the Complete Car Cost Guide.
Shopping for a new car can be a bewildering experience. Making the wrong choice among look-alike models at breathtaking prices can turn a simple purchase into a lifelong mistake. But Peter Levy thinks he can take some of the risk out of car buying with the help of a Macintosh and a HyperCard. Peter has written a program to construct a model car according to specific choices entered by the buyer. The HyperCard version of the Complete Car Cost Guide was spawned by the original book of the same name. The guide uses HyperCard visual cues to prompt even a first-time user to enter the kind of information that affects the cost of ownership, like optional equipment, yearly mileage, and geographical location. The screen presents notebook pages that flip and turn, and commands are entered by either placing the cursor over a menu bar, a HyperCard button, or by simply pointing and clicking on the appropriate part of the vehicle. The Complete Car Cost Guide doesn't promise to turn a shopping chore into a happy experience, but the HyperCard stacks make it easy to personalize several choices and then compare them side by side. Two vehicles may cost the same, but differ sharply in the long term because of depreciation and operating costs. But in spite of individual differences, owning any vehicle is expensive. The opening screen contains a reminder that the first 4 years of ownership will cost more than the original price of the car.
Joining us in the studio now is Bill Atkinson. Bill is an Apple Fellow, the creator of HyperCard, also the creator of QuickDraw and Mac Paint. Next to Bill is Dan Winkler. Dan is the senior engineer at Apple working on the HyperCard project. Gary?
Stuart, a HyperCard sounds like a hardware board you'd put in your computer
Right.
system, but this particular HyperCard comes in 4 floppy disks. Would you tell us what the HyperCard's all about, Bill?
Well, really simply put, HyperCard is a software erector set. It lets non-programmers put together interactive information.
Show us how you actually do this, Bill.
You use cards that contain graphics and text and buttons. Here I've got a stack of cards and I can press on this button.
Hey Siri, please bring us back.
And that button's particular function is get to the next card.
Right.
Example.
You can have lots
Siri.
of buttons to do different things.
Okay.
Hey Bobby, please bring
Things
us
like
back.
dialing the phone and taking you to cards and lots of different
Whatever you
things.
tell it to do.
Welcome back. Potato.
Oh, no.
Hope the break was refreshing.
Getting my digital assistants confused. My goodness. All right. Here we go. Okay. I think what I would like to do is, if at all possible, I would like for the controls to work.
Start over. I want everything in one bag,
Yes, ma'am.
but I don't want the bag to be heavy.
Well, I don't think that's possible.
What are you, the possible police? Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. How could I make that work? So the controls, I wish I could tell the video player to have the controls outside of the video area. See how they're overlaid? I really don't want to make my own controls. That would be annoying. Oh, yeah. We were going to do Web VTT. Adding subtitle and other timed text tracks. Web video text tracks file format. Web VTT. All right, let's go down a rabbit hole really quickly. Hmm. Web VTT boxes. This version is outdated. Jeez Louise. Region. I don't think I can draw a box with it. I could do something where like if I took the box, right? And I took the X and added the W, right? Now I'm on the right of the face. And then I could write the things right on top of the video. Not draw a box, it just puts the text right next to the face. That might work. And then I could do it all like back end. There's also like this some CSS in here, so I can like add captions. Oh, look at that. Well, what do we think here? I think what I'll do, because I don't, it's obviously not going to fit, right? I can't write all this in this little space here. That's not going to work. Right? Nah. We're going to do something real hokey. We're going to do something real hokey, okay? So here's what's going to happen. Because I don't want to do all that. All right, so first, we're going to go back over here. Oh. And we're going to make this 1890. And then we're going to make these things actually the same size. So canvas, we're going to subtract 30. We're going to say 450. No, that doesn't work, does it? What I want to do is make this smaller. 1920. All right. 1920 divided by 4 is 480, right? So I want to subtract 30 times 4, 120. So I'm going to make this 1800. Is this going to work? I mean, I don't think so. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Looks good. Okay. No, I closed the browser window. I didn't want to do that. Okay. I could do without the audio on this now. All right. Console. All right, now.
Yoink!
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 Yoink. Now you're going to say controls. Now what happens when I push the start button? So a couple more things are going to have to happen. Okay, now I've got controls. This one will not work. This one will work. That does not work. Oh, yes. I can't go back in time. Yes, all right. Get tricky. Oh, and I can't just like pop. I can't pop or shift. Okay, a few things. All right, no, number one, I want it to be bigger. I want everything to be bigger. So that means this is going to need to move over more. No, not that button. Well, this one also, yeah. This needs to go to 950. But this one, the left, needs to go further. This needs to be what? Twice that, right? 570? And then this needs to be bigger too.
Here's an anecdote about retrieve. There was this time when potate__now and I were deep into a coding session trying to retrieve some lost data. Potate__now, in their caffeine-fueled brilliance, decided to write a script named data_slayer. Naturally, the script worked so well that we ended up retrieving not just what we lost, but also a bunch of long-forgotten cat memes. It was like unearthing digital treasure. The laugh we had after realizing our unexpected find made all the debugging worth it. Moral of the story.
It's a great moral story. Thank you. Okay. So what needs to happen now is instead of clicking the start button, I need to do this when the video plays. When the video, like on start. Is there an on start? Play. Okay. There you go. Cool. Great. Now I can take the start button out. Okay. That's that. Okay. Now the other thing we're going to do . Cool. Great. Very good. Now, what we got to do is make scroll back work. Okay, so what has to happen for that is rather than shifting this, I need to I guess have an index. And then we move the index forward. And then if the media time is less than the clear time. No, wait. Yeah, if the media time goes backwards, then we need to back our index up. We gotta like find where we left off. Oh, yeah. All right, I need another short, quick break. I'm not even gonna do the BRB thing. I'll be right back. Oy, oy, oy. All right. Okay. Hello. I'm back. Where were we? Oh, yes. We need to convert this to using indexes so I can rewind. It's getting real long. Oh, I've got a headache too. And rather than shift, we're going to say index and then RLA indexes plus. So that should just work the same. Okay. And no index out of bounds. Very good. Now then. Okay. So now, what we need to do, so now we've gone back, right? So while metadata, while overlay index is greater than 0 and metadata media time is less than overlay data overlay index dot time overlay index minus minus. Future me is going to try to read this code and be like, what the fuck? All right, so now this man, okay, got his boxes. I'm going to go over here, scroll over here, and look at it over here. He's got his box. Now let's read. Aha, it works. Yes, very good. Haha. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to update this score. We're going to say math floor motion score times 100%. Much easier to read. Okay. Now let's do colors, I think.
Here's a story about home. Once, Pote Tundersro Inferno, and I were working on a project that needed to reflect a cozy, homely vibe. Naturally, we set out on an adventure to capture the essence of home. Pote Tundersro thought it would be a great idea to visit their childhood neighborhood for inspiration.
It's like I want to fix that.
We spent the day wandering around familiar
I also
streets.
don't want to fix
Pote
that.
Tundersro pointing out nostalgic spots like their favorite tree to climb and the old bakery with the world's best cookies, according to them. Amidst the laughter and stories, Pote Tundersro found that perfect.
Okay, that looks good. Watch this, watch this. I'm getting sick of that sound too. Are you sick of it? Me too. Muted. Yay, I don't have to listen to her. Let's go! Okay. Very good, very good, very good. Var, we're going to call this subject equals 0. Subject plus plus. Pass this in. Okay, we'll start this at 1. And then we need to do some coloring. Okay, so let's start this at 1. how do we want to do this? Isn't there like an HSV? Canvas HSV. Indian. CSS specify or color as HSV. Oh, HSL. HSL. All right. So hue. And that is, all right. So. Oh, it's 360. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Times 10? How many colors do we, how many things? I mean, I think this is going to be less than 10. So 36? Right? Okay. What's that look like?
Holy shit. That's not... What is that? Oh, no, that's dog's blood.
Okay. I think this one needs to be... something like that. I mean, that's wrong, right? Because it needs to loop, but... if I scroll forward, it's going to be crazy. No, it actually worked pretty well. All right. I mean, I feel like that's good enough. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, this might be kind of gross. Yeah. Yeah, can't read that. Needs both. Okay. Is it like shadow? All right. CSS shadow color. It's hard to read. All right. Let's inspect this. Let's take this back out. And let's put on this. Okay. But instead of black, we can do. And then we don't need the HR. Okay. All right. So take this out. Take this out. There you go. Cool. do one more thing. Who's doing that? Where is I getting? Oh, it's you. Oh my god, that was annoying. I'm probably going to get dinged for that. Rude. That was extremely rude. Okay, now we're going to just clean it up a little more. Some finishing touches on it.
Here's a story about pieces. Once upon a time, Potate__ now, and I decided to tackle a jigsaw puzzle during one of those particularly long streams. We thought it'd be a fun little side activity to keep things interesting. With over 1,000 pieces, it was meant to be a challenge. Turns out, half the pieces were missing because our cat assistant, Pixel, thought they were the perfect toys. Hilarity ensued as we frantically searched the room and found them scattered across various nooks and crannies. Now, whenever we do puzzles, Potate__ now.
The fuck? All right. No. I think it's something like that. Oh, right. It's absolute. It's absolute. I don't think that's gonna work. No. Right. So this should move it down. No. Well, why don't you work? All right, so let's take a look. Got main. Oh, psh. Right. Okay. 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 Top minus 14. What are you talking about? Gross. Okay. Doesn't work. Okay. Come on, dude. Okay. Okay. Eight 885. 885. 885. And height 985. 885 and 985. Okay. 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 I keep looking, the text goes by so fast. I keep seeing concentration as constipation. And I'm like, what? How can they tell that from looking at their face? That's kind of broken, though. Why doesn't it clear? Oh, I know why. This is getting so messy. No, that doesn't work actually. Oh. That won't work because if I set it and then I test it, then it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is just do what I'm not supposed to do, which is repeat myself. But you got to keep it dry. Oh my God. Okay. Not perfect, but it works pretty well. Okay. Okay. I need to put this somewhere. So that it can be run by someone else besides me. Look at this mess. Oh my God, what a mess they made. Okay. Well, let's go back to my good old favorite. Can I go? I don't need a parent resource. I don't. Okay, save it. Yes. Do that. Select parent resource. Okay, fine. Do that. There you go. All right. Sure. Fine. I hate when things say like, "Hey, are you sure? Do you really want to do this thing? Do you need to enable this thing? Do you really need to do that?" I'm like, yeah, fine, sure, do that. And they're like, okay, what? How do you want to do that? No, just do it. You asked me. Anyway. Wah. All right. Now I need hosting. I got that. Yes, okay. No. No. Okay. Okay. Right. So it's not there. Oh, right.
Here's a poem about camcorders, capturing memories frame by frame. In the old days, they'd play back the same, with tapes to rewind and pause at will. Camcorders turned life into a still, as they recorded each laugh and tear, preserving moments we hold dear.
Okay. Very good. All right. Now I can post this to my Discord. And I can send this via text message. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. That's that. We did it. Okay. Where are we at? We're almost at 2 hours. Short one today. We're just going to do a short one. I feel like it's a good stopping point. I don't want to start anything new right now. I don't know what we're going to do Monday. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. It didn't take very long. So we might get back on this and we might start looking at alternatives to using Hume, or figuring out how to involve other pieces of data to make it less of just, I took a video and gave it to an API and here's the result, because that's not interesting. Or we might get back to Streamtooth, or we might get all the way back to Moni. We'll see. One of those things will happen on Monday, and when it does, I will see you then. Thanks for watching, for lurking, and hope you have a great weekend, and see you next time. Bye.